Here's a pink salmon jig that I tie. First things first, you're just going to want to get a jig, tie a little marabou. I already had this jig on there with some marabou. You're just going to want to put that on there. Put on really as much pink marabou as you want. You don't have to be fancy with like any palmering or anything like that, even though I do that on a lot of my jigs just to make them fancier. Because I know I'm gonna fish with them a lot. Um, but if you're just trying to catch fish and you don't really care about looks in your opinion, then just do it my way, this way. So you're gonna tie on your pink marabou, make it as thin or as brushy as you want, remembering how it's gonna look in the water. So I'm gonna take about 2 feathers on the top, 3 feathers on the bottom. Tie that in there, then cinch down. Take any tinsel of your choice. I'm going to be using this long silver stuff because it's thicker and I feel like that works a lot better for salmon. I like a lot of it, but I also like it short and stubby. So what I do is I take out a bunch of strands and then I fold it over. We'll fold it over twice. So we have all that, and some of these are connecting. So you're just going to want to come up in here and just cut it like that. Once you've cut it like that, then you're going to go ahead and tie it all down. I'm going to tie it down at the bottom, as you can see, just like this. You tie this in, get some really tight wraps. Okay, we got a blooper. My yarn snapped. Let's go. I'm gonna put this back in. Didn't work that time. Put this in. This is what really happens in fly tying videos. Mistakes happen. Threads break. Hang in there. There we go. Got that sucker out. Tie that down. You really just want it tight. That's the trick. So a lot of flash is the trick. Lots of flash. I like a pink color. That's what I use. Pink, purple, chartreuse are good colors to do. That's a good fly. That'll catch any salmon out there. It will even catch steelhead and stuff like that. This will destroy pink salmon. I guarantee that. Yeah, people overcomplicate jigs so much, make them all like realistic. It's like, what are you even trying to copy? Because if you think about salmon coming into the rivers, they're not feeding. They're not here to, they're not here to feed. They're just here to lay their eggs and die. So, knowing that, you want to tie something that's going to get in the way of them doing that, like a big, flashy, mean animal, like this jig imitates. You see, it's all flashy and mean, and it's going to get in their face, and it's going to piss them off, and they're going to bite it. So that's how I tie my jigs. Sometimes I'll do them trailing as well. Those work really well. Yeah, but just try different stuff, vary it up. But I wouldn't use too much colors and stuff. I would just keep it simple, and enough to piss them off. A second one, like a bonus jig, if I can find any jig heads. I don't have any jig heads anymore. That was my last jig head. I was able to scrounge up. But what we can use, I'll just use a fly hook for it to show you this. So let's pretend this is a jig head. We'll just tie it on like a jig. So what you do, go ahead, you get your thread, tie that on there. that color. And you're going to need one more. We're going to need pink and blue. That's another variation I would recommend you try. Pink and blue for coho. I'm just going to tie some of those up. Okay. Here we go. Okay. So coho looks something like this, where you know, a flash. Once again, let's go ahead, cut it up to desired length. These are kind of just not supposed to be fancy, really. It's supposed to be stuff that will catch fish, piss them off. And you can even throw this on like a drift fishing rig or just put a weight above it. You know, that way it's a lot more freeing. So I'll put pink marabou, or in this case, I guess it's more of a peach marabou, but it doesn't matter, it catches fish just as well. Put that on top. So silver in the middle, pink on top, and the blue, you can do blue marabou. I'm gonna do this stuff that I have. Take some blue stuff, and you put that on the bottom. I like doing light belly, dark top. It's kind of more natural, even though this isn't really the most natural fly out there. So yeah, something like that as well on a jig will work. And tie that off. So yeah, now this, since it's not weighted, I will probably put this on some, maybe like a drop shot rig, something for bass, you know, but fish it for salmon, you know, just something different, something annoying that's kind of jiggy, you know, up and down, or scooting is what I like. I like to scoot my jigs through the water, grab some places like over them, so the fish are down here. You scoot that jig, and they will come up and bite it. So say there's a whole school right here, okay? You're scooting that jig. One fish will come up and bite it, okay? Usually, what my father says when he takes me out fishing is if there's 3 fish in a hole, one of them will bite. Some days, 2, 3, all 3 of them will bite. It depends, but I really recommend you go out here, try flashy stuff. I don't fish with spinners. You can fish with spinners. I like jigs. I like just mean, fast jigs. I've got multiple bites, especially in pink salmon. When they're in lower water is so important, guys, because I know up near Washington, There's rivers like the Snohomish that lead into good water, like the Skykomish is good, and so is the Skykomish is good. So is the Snoqualmie. You can't keep fish in there, but they're fun to fish for. You'll end up catching fish in lower water conditions because they're more concentrated. Um, and it's less steep, and all the fish are concentrated. If you can get that thing over them, it's making sure you're not snagging fish. That's really important. That's why you want to be above them, because even if you're below them, fish will always come up to bite it. They usually don't go down. So try that out. See how it goes. Let me know if you're catching fish on this. I'd love to hear it. That's what I do. Pink and pink and shiny. Pink, blue, and shiny. But really, shiny is the trick. You can tie jigs with just the crystal flash. I think that works great. Or tinsel or whatever you're using. But that's me signing off. I hope you catch some fish. Um, and yeah, I'll see you later. Goodbye.